System online. Breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stop.
Welcome, everybody, to the third episode of Bot Talk. We will be continuing our Buildables orientation this week. Next week, we have something a little different. What we will be covering today is I'll be demonstrating a few builds. I will be demonstrating recycling and creating and uncreating of robots. This is geared mainly toward anybody that is not into buildables yet. Although I hope the rest of you who subscribe watch it anyway, and like, comment, subscribe, and all the things. So what we're going to do now, we're going to drop over to one of my building fields for the demonstration. I will see you all there. All right, everybody, here we are at one of my many building fields. What I'm going to do first, I'm going to build one pair of bots, and I will demonstrate recycling, and I will build one pair of bots and demonstrate creating. None of this is hard. It can be a little bit complicated until you've done it a few times. Now, I've touched a red pod and a robot, and I'm bringing him up. When you touch a robot, you'll get a blue menu, and you'll choose Go Pod, and he'll go over to the pod. Now, when the other joins him, blue light will come up around both pods. It's already around the one. And pay particular attention to the green pod in the middle. That is where the new robot is forming. And he will be... it takes a couple minutes for him to build. Once built, he will hop off the pod. Well, I know what this is, but I won't give it away. You'll all just have to wait until he's done, and then we'll see what he is. And this should also show you, just by what you can see now, this is nothing like the two robots doing the building. While to build, you have to have a pair that are of the same type. They can build any other type of robot, provided their build score falls within the range of what that particular robot can build. These Cogberts, that's what I'm building with, are level 24 of 24, so they're max level. And building rules are 2 up, 2 down. Since level 24 is high level, there is, in this case, no 2 up. But 2 down, they could throw a 22, a 23, or a 24. This one in particular that they're building is a level 23. It is a couchy potato who has a cool little animation. He spits out potatoes and whatnot. I have heard some of the couchies called nightmare fuel. That's in the eye of the beholder, everyone. Okay, now our first bot has come off of the pod. Now, let's say that I don't need this one and I'm going to recycle it. All I have to do is touch, and on that there is a button that says recycle. You click that, then you'll get another prompt to confirm. When you click yes, he'll go over to the recycler, which is right to the side of my building pod. And once he's recycled, I will get back a menu, get back some sort of an item that will help my other robots along. I got a 20% silver crate from that. Alright, now this next build, regardless of what it is, we will keep it, and I will demonstrate creating. And I'm going to bring a pair of Manticore Opals up to the pod. Here comes one. And here's the other. And as soon as number 2 comes along, we'll see what we're going to get. Unfortunately, it can't be a Manticore Opal, which is what these are. The Manticore Opals are limited. There's only 50 of them, and they're all built. So unfortunately, I can't build that. And these two are building a Cogbert, which, if you remember, is the last bot we built with. This is of the same type. There's the head and his eyes. And the rest of them will be along here in a few minutes. And when this robot is done building, we will crate him. If you look to my avatar right, you will see a display crate. This one is empty, and it will be ready to hold this bot. The crate is something that you need to store your robots in when they're not out roaming around. You cannot take a robot into inventory unless it is crated. If you do, you can get the robot back built using our website, but you have to wait, and it's a pain in the posterior. Although, for you newer people or completely new guys, you'll do it at some point. Everybody does. The important thing to remember in that case is don't panic and leave that robot where he is. If you leave him in inventory, he will show up on your missing list on the website and you can get him back. If you set him back out, he will poof and be gone, because a robot may only be rezzed from a crate. Alright, now, Cogbert here is off the pod, so I'm going to touch the crate. And I will touch Cogbert, and from his blue menu, I will use the Go Crate button, and he will go over and he will pack himself into the crate. There we go. Now he is not, once you see the text appear, and you'll get a message in local saying that he's crated and can now be safely taken into inventory. That is building in a nutshell. It is a very simple process. And when you're standing here in front of your pod playing the guessing game, it can be very fun, especially if you have a few friends over, which I would recommend. I'm also always available to watch a builder 3 or 5 or 10 or more. I'm not picky when it comes to builds, whether I'm doing them or whether someone else is. Now that closes us out for today. A small note on next week's show. As orientation is over, we're going to do something just a little bit different. To anybody that doesn't know about my Robot Carnival, every Tuesday I build 25 pairs of robots, and each build is given away, regardless of whether it's common, rare, limited. It does not matter. If I build it at Carnival, someone else goes home with it. And what we'll be doing, Carnival has 3 in-world locations. We will be visiting each Carnival field. We'll spend a few minutes there, and if we can, we'll have a word with the property owner. So yeah, that ought to be fun for everybody, even if you're a current builder and you've seen the fields before. So that finishes us up for this week. I will see you all next week. This is Az signing off. And remember, everyone, every build begins with a spark.
Back up! Stop! System error. Shutting down. Offline. Clay. And transmission. Shutting down. Offline. Clay. And transmission.